In this video, we're going to go over how to submit a help request. If you run into a technical issue and need to ask a question, you're going to scroll up here to the top right where your username is. You're going to click the drop-down arrow and click on Help Request. This is going to take you to what we call the help desk. You have the option to return to Illinois workNet by clicking this button. You can submit a new request clicking this button, but you can also submit a new request clicking the help request button here. The first thing I'd like to show you is that prior to submitting a help request, we recommend two things. The first thing is searching the documents that we have in our knowledge base to see if they might help answer your questions. So you can type in App Illinois, and this is a list of documents that we have here in our system. So anything with the App Illinois are documents for Apprenticeship Illinois. If it is a known system issue, then it's going to be over here on the right in this table. So the project name is going to be over here on the left. If it says global, that means that it's an issue for all of our projects and is probably a project or probably an issue for Apprenticeship Illinois. So any known issues that have already been reported or that we're aware of and have reported it to a developer to have it worked on will be here in this drop-down table here. We have some frequently asked questions that you can scroll through, and when you click on them, it has the answers. We have some written instructions and video tutorials for the help desk. Again, you can return to Illinois workNet clicking that button, or we've also provided all of the project name and partner page links here. So to go to the Apprenticeship Illinois Grantee Reporting Guide, you would click this link. If you've looked in the Apprenticeship Illinois documents, doesn't give you the answer there. If you've looked here in the program and known issues table and it's not there, then we would recommend that you submit a help request. We do have a disclaimer. When submitting a help request, we want you to make sure to clearly describe the issue in the description box provided. You'll include the browser information or the link to the page where the problem occurred and what happened when you clicked. Screenshots are very helpful, and after submission, you will receive emails from the support team. Please do not include info at as a CC on your help request, and it is preferred that if you're having any technical issues, maybe you need to switch to Chrome and use that browser to navigate through Illinois workNet. I'm going to go ahead and click Help Request. So what this has done is this has opened up the window for your new request. So that top section says Help Request. So that is where you could provide just a brief title of what is happening. You could say, Intake tab has error. And then here in the description is where you would provide more information about that error that you're receiving on the intake tab. You could say error is happening when I attempt to click save on the enrollment in section 2. If you are receiving a specific error message, this is where you'd want to include a picture of that. Maybe you could copy and paste in a screenshot or We have ways that you can link over here. You can do pictures and you can do videos if you'd prefer to do it that way. Next, you're going to select the category. Because you're submitting a help request for Apprenticeship Illinois, you are going to select Apprenticeship Illinois. It's going to suggest, after you put in the description, suggestions for you if any of these might be helpful. If not, just go ahead and click the X there to close that box. Subcategory. So we've broken it up into subcategories to maybe help narrow down your issue. Is this an access request? Is it an application issue? Assessments, closeout, discharge, customer profile, DHS policy. Is it happening on the career plan? Other outcomes, payroll, worksite placement. Because this is on the intake tab, I'm going to go ahead and select customer profile. The do at field is not required, so you do not need to worry about filling that out. CC, you can use the CC to include anyone from your office. Do not include any outside contacts of your office, but if you need to CC your manager or maybe another coworker to keep them informed on this issue once you submit it, you can do that. So here, you're going to put in the first name, last name, and email address. So I'm going to type in Rosalind, and this is just for test purposes. Rosalind Jones. I'm going to put in an email of Rosalind at noemail.com. We also have a section here where you could attach a screenshot from your desktop if you have it saved there. Next, it's going to ask, are you a partner provider? If I'm working in this system, I probably am, so I'm going to go ahead and click yes. It's going to ask for my organization name. So I'm going to just type in a fake organization name, but you'd want to make sure to include yours. So I'm just going to type in Yellow Organization. ELWIA is required for some other projects, but not for this one. So for this demonstration purpose, you can just put in 0 if you want to. Then you're going to type in your phone number. We like to collect the most information that we can from you so that if we can't get a hold of you via email, maybe we can give you a phone call. All right. Next, it's going to ask, is this an issue related to a specific customer? Well, we're talking about the intake tab of a customer profile, so that's yes. It's going to ask for the customer's first name. Again, this is just a test name, so I'm going to put in Hunter. Last name Smith. And then I'm going to use Hunter at noemail.com. But this is where you'll want to make sure to provide the correct spelling of the first and last name as well as the correct email address. Because once this comes to Dee and she's going to try to triage it, she's going to look this customer up. And if it's not, the name isn't spelled correctly or the email address is not accurate, then she's going to have no way to investigate this issue. Next, we do have an option where you can put in the browser. It's not required, doesn't include a red asterisk, but maybe you were in here and you're like, I was using Edge. And that just gives Dee more information so that when we need to work with a developer, this will provide more information for them. Next, it's going to say, is the issue keeping you from moving forward? You can check that box if you'd like. It is not required. And then this question, please specify which projects you are unable to see. This is for another project specifically that requires the project number. So don't worry about these two at the bottom. They are not required for Apprenticeship Illinois. I usually like to scroll up just to check and make sure that all of the required fields have been completed. I like to review the description. Could I provide more information? The more details, the better. That helps Dee to triage this. Once all of the information has completed, click Create. Immediately after this, you're going to receive an email that your help desk ticket has been received. You're going to be able to come in here to the help desk, and when you click on this My Ticket section, so this is the home screen where we just looked at where to submit a new request, known issues, the knowledge base. This button, My Tickets, is going to house all of the help requests that you have submitted. So we can see an old one that may have been submitted, and we're going to see here this new one. We can see it's in a new state, category, subcategory, it was assigned to D, and then who it was requested by. Once you click on that, it's going to pull in all the details that you provided. Now, Dee is going to respond if she needs more information or she has some questions, or maybe she's going to let you know this is a known issue and she'll follow up with you after she's spoken with a developer. You can always come in here and respond to Dee, or like I said, you're going to receive emails. So right after you submit your help request, you're going to receive an email that your help desk ticket was received. After that, if Dee comes in here and maybe she posts something on the ticket, like a comment, you're going to get an email that Dee's posted a comment. And then you can always come in here to your tickets to see if there are any comments. And then you can answer Dee by typing in, whatever is appropriate, and then clicking post. And Dee will see your message as well once you post that. So again, there's two ways that you can respond to Dee if she asks questions. You're going to get an email and you can respond to that email, or you can come in here to My Tickets, view any conversations that are taking place on your help request, as well as respond. And then to go back to the home screen, you can just click this home icon and then click Return to Illinois WorkNet.